Good evening, good morning, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dialer's Twi'lek Tactics. This is another state of my account video in Marvel Future Revolution. If you didn't know what this video segment is about, I basically just go over all the characters in my account, what I did this previous week, what are my plans for the following week or the following couple weeks, so that you can kind of get a sense of how you should be thinking while you're playing this game. I've been playing since January 10th, so roughly 7 months, not free to play, and probably about $3,400 into this game. Not saying to do that, but keep that in mind when you see my account. Alright? Okay. Let's begin. So, I've actually made quite a few strides on multiple characters, and I've actually, once again, rethought the characters in my account. Mainly Spider-Man. You guys, if you've been here forever, if you watch these, you know I go back and forth between Black Widow and Spider-Man. And I'm just trying to plan for this squad battle. So I love Widow. Widow is always going to be my main. At one point in time, I thought of switching. But not going to do that. But I do have to start thinking of who to develop next for PvP if squad battles are PvP. Alliance Raid is PvE, so that's a game mode where you want to develop your whole roster for PvE. But I think Squad Battles is going to be a group PvP. So with that in mind, I've been starting to move extra stuff that I get on my Black Widow over to other characters. So I usually record this on Sunday night, but since it was my 18th anniversary, I'm recording this on a Monday night, and this will be out on Tuesday morning. So my squad rank, it says it's 230. It wasn't. It was 229 yesterday because I like to do the segments in weeks. I got the last rank this morning with the reset, and I bought all the books that you can get in the Alliance store. But as you see, my Black Widow is not 2.003 million. Actually, last week she was 2.012, but this is her PvE build. We'll show you the power increases that she got over this last week when we go into Black Widow. But first, I want to actually start at the bottom with Spider-Man. So I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters all over 1 million. Just through moving around badges, because I had a whole lot of surplus special battle badges laying in my inventory. I finally divided them out in amongst my other characters. And Iron Man got some doubles. I think I had some doubles of certain sets. So he got a couple extra of those. And then he benefited also from the increase in companion power, so that is why Iron Man is over 1 million without really ever doing anything to him other than give him a couple battle badges. So that's all we're going to talk about Iron Man. The characters that I'm most interested in are these 5. So Black Widow, who's always going to be my main. I love her playstyle. Magik, I've come to the realization that Magik, even though she's 1.5 almost, I'm building her just for PvE. Can she perform in PvP? I'm not saying she can't. I'm just saying for me, I'm going to build her for PvE first, because you have to pick what build you want to build out to its most efficient degree first, PvE or PvP. And I think I could get much more benefit by developing Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man for PvP. Captain America is good as well, but you need him decked way out. So I'm thinking like 1/6. If I had a 1/6 Captain America, I might be more apt to try to develop him. But Spider-Man can do really, really well at lower power levels, and he can punch up quite a bit for given whatever power level you have him at, which is why you see all these content creators moving over to Spider-Man as their main God Slave, Half Send. Or you see people starting to build Spider-Man like Misery Hates Company. So I thought I would be remiss if I didn't do the same, and then I'm caught kind of empty-handed if Squad Battles comes out and it's PvP. So we're going to look at Spider-Man real quick just to show you exactly what I'm doing. We're not going to spend too much time on him. My Spider-Man does have his specializations. Not quite built out, but started. So I was starting on him before I pivoted to Scarlet Witch. So I do have to do his specializations. They're quite empty. But if we look at his gear, we're going to go to gear first. Let's just look at the inventory. So he's got, these are all Sakaar pieces. Because my Black Widow is taking the Eye of Osiris, Spider-Man's going to be the recipient of Sakaar. As you see, I've got a lot of head pieces. I've got another hand piece there. I got another boot there. Chest. So I have a lot of pieces that I can build to nano up somewhat. These pieces aren't ideal, though. You ideally want 2 accuracy on your chest. I can't remember if you get... Yeah, you get 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will get one more stat. If this rolls a second accuracy, when it goes to 6-star, that's cool. I'll keep that. But your hands, obviously you want 3 dodge, 3 or more dodge. So 1 dodge, guard damage decrease, meh. I got some other ones I can build. Obviously this one's already kaputs out the gate, no dodge whatsoever. But what I do, and this is going to take time, we have the upcoming end of the month calendar, and you get a 5-star regional selector. So I'm going to pick... Probably going to go boots, because I don't like this HP recovery HP boots. This one's a little bit better with some cooldown decrease, but I don't know if he really needs that. So I'm probably going to go boots first, because I obviously I remember in my head I don't mind. It's got an attack, but it's got defense, pierce, crit damage. So this is so far down the road, but needless to say, Sakaar for Spider-Man. I got gear pieces already ready to go once I do pivot. And then for cards, I've been starting to move over my excess special cards over to Spider-Man. As you see, he's got the PvP focused Captain Marvel card, and then Star-Lord attack. This is one of the Magik's cards, so it's range damage decrease. And I have moved over most of the exclusive stats, which is why, as you see up here, I'm down to 1.4 gold, because a couple of these were little bastards and the RNG didn't favor me. But I see PvP decrease, increase, and obviously these bonus stats are going to change. No sense worrying about them yet. Attack, total damage. You know, I'm using him right now for Alliance Raid, so I'm not too worried about that. I can change the exclusive to a PvP one down the road. This one, PvP decrease, range damage decrease. You know, okay, it's a special card, so that's why he has it. Spider-Man has, obviously this is an attack card, total damage, supervillains, kind of built for PvE, and then a defense, pierce, and a crit damage. So this is just like a basic card set that I have him on right now. When I'm done, my Black Widow PvE set, at around that time is when I'm going to pivot and move to developing cards on Spider-Man, but I'm still going to develop my gear on Black Widow, because she's a long ways away from being fully nanoed out. So that's my Spider-Man. I thought it was prudent to go over, because last week I do believe he was like 990. This power bump he got mainly from the special cards and the companion upgrades. Scarlet Witch, I didn't do any upgrading on her, but she is going to be the next tune after Spider-Man. For PvP, she's going to be built up for PvP. She has a whole schwackload of Dark Domain gear on her, ready to go. She's got, right now she's sitting with PvE cards. She's got one special, the Scarlet Witch super villain damage card. Other than that, her cards are just your standard for what I think I could use her for in Alliance Raid. Otherwise, she's my character that I use for 2 out of the 3 special ops missions every day. So, and obviously for special ops, you don't need any special, any of the other bells and whistles to make that work. So, Captain America, haven't touched him whatsoever. He's got 3 of the 4 pieces of steampunk. He's got a couple extra steampunk heads. So he's way down the road. And the only reason why I have him ranked up here is because I have them all ranked by power level. But Captain America, I thought he was cool. I watched a couple videos. I fought a couple Captain Americas in Dimension duels that just really impressed me, and I started building him out. But I think Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch are going to be the way I'm going to go. Magik, obviously, as I said, she's almost 1.5 million. And that's mainly from when I transferred over all of my Hydra gear, which has some nanos on it, over to her from Black Widow. And then she's got, we'll show you her cards really quickly. So obviously she's going to be the recipient of all of my Hydra gear. And for cards, she does have a Captain America special card, and obviously this Scarlet Witch. I got a lot of these Scarlet Witch special cards, so that's kind of really nice for PvE. And then these ones, this is obviously a super villain damage card. If you guys didn't know, a lot of super villain damage there. Cool, or ultimate gauge recovery, which is, and super villain damage. And then crit rate, just because it's a gold card, I get total damage and crit rate. Obviously, this card was on Magik, but now she has more special cards that I'm going to build out first. And then this one obviously came from Magik as well, too. So max damage, attack, and defense pierce. So she's gotten some of Magik's cards, and I took some of the special cards that were on Scarlet Witch and moved them over to my Spider-Man. Oh, wait. I am on Magik. Never mind. So these are Magik cards. These have always been Magik cards. I'm kind of getting all over the place. But still, 1.5 million with just some 5-star, some 4-star cards. Her specializations are not built out even. Nope. As you see, there's all my Hydra gear, lots of stuff because I've always been pulling stuff on my Black Widow. So you see a couple extra chest pieces there, lots of head pieces. There's a couple extra boots and another gun. So, but I'm probably not going to get to her till 3 years from now, when Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man are done. But I like her. Like, I do like Magik. It's just that she's mainly built for PvE. As you see, I got none of her specialization skills equipped. I am building this out right now because I do like her for a PvE character, and she is good in like OW and Alliance OW. If you build her right, she's really annoying and really hard to kill. Get someone focusing on me, that lets one of my teammates just focus them down. So I do like Magik, but for PvP, and I'm talking one-on-one PvP, she's not the best, and I think squad battles is going to be one-on-one PvP. So that's my Magik. I obviously am not. I am skipping all my cutscenes because I'm focusing more on talking than my editing or my Streamlabs over in the corner. So actually, I should check to make sure my music is on, which it is, and my microphone is on, because sometimes I've done that, and I don't want to repeat all of the rambling that I've already done. All right, so that's Magik. Now you kind of got a sense of where my account is going. The new direction that I've pivoted to. So obviously all of my development, all of my resources that I get from playing this game is still all going into Black Widow, but I'm starting to plan out the steps coming up for squad battles because the developers have dropped squad battles in their notes multiple times, and I think that's going to be the next big piece of content that's going to get announced this week, because the 1-year anniversary is August, and most of our in-game events end at the beginning of August. Not this one, obviously. 11 days, 22 days, maybe I lied. So, but this stuff, 6 days, so it ends next week, before August. 11 days. Okay, so I guess it's just this one that ends, which is weird. I think that all of the Mighty Thor events should last the same amount of time. Sorry, this one. This is the one primary way to get tokens to spin the wheel, which all of this other stuff revolves around. So anyway, that's my plan. Now, getting into the Widow. That is the wrong transition. There we go. Black Widow. Black Widow, still my main. Love her playstyle. I really do. She was not my first main. Actually, Captain Marvel was my first main until someone told me, do not do that. Stop developing her. Switch to other characters. And Black Widow was that character. So she is, let's move over to my highest set power. Show you guys. She was 2.012 million last week. Now, get a little under boob shot there. Now she is 2.084 million power, meaning I put 72,000 power onto her. Didn't do anything with my battle badges, didn't do anything with my gear. We can show you my PvE cards quickly because I did do something to my PvE cards. I am over 2 million on my PvE set. I did 6-star this Scarlet Witch super villain damage card, and I got actually decent rolls when it went from 5 to 6. I got a super villain damage bonus stat, which is exactly what I wanted, given that this is a PvE card set. Dodge rate, I'm going to accept it and take it because you're not going to get both of the ideal stats. So that's why this saved me a stat change card. I will leave this as is. This card is now done. And then obviously I have my villain damage card, which is nice for battle challenges, all of the ads in all of the fights. I do like this card, even though it is somewhat limited. Max damage rate, dodge rate, whatever, dodge rate, don't care. Survive a little bit longer. Defense Pierce. My Defense Pierce, well, actually we'll go into my stats for my PvE set. And then obviously I'm building out these two cards next. So both of them attack and Defense Pierce. Even though it's arguable, actually Defense Pierce is nice for Alliance raid, but it's arguable if it's helping out anywhere else. Total damage might be better, but since they both roll, Defense Pierce is the exclusive. I like it. I don't mind. I'm going to take it. And I am also Defense Pierce capped. So those are the cards I'm working on right now. I will slowly touch on this fact for my PvE set, that I did purchase the Punisher for my PvE summon. If you did not know, ladies and gentlemen, I know we've discussed this in another video, but his bonus stats that you get when you take him to 6-star is 4.6 and 4.6 super villain damage. So that is what, like that's 9.26% extra super villain damage on top of all the stuff I get from cards. So he is my primary PvE summon. If you don't know what he does, so obviously he gets attack based on my attack. So, and I'm a Black Widow, so I have really high attack. He is a duration summon, meaning he sticks around attacking enemies. He doesn't just pop out, do an ability, and leave. He has high guard break. He follows the summoner and prioritizes attacking the super villains while summoned, and he deals guard damage once as an initial attack when the target is under the effect of guard break, which you gotta kind of time that. You gotta time it when they're guard broken, which in my opinion is ineffective because they're only guard broken maybe once in a battle for like 5 seconds. But if the target is under the effect of guard breaking summon, it'll be inflicted with a burn and it'll deal a lot of damage. Otherwise, attacking supervillains drastically increases the damage and guard damage regardless of the max value. So I don't know what that means. It just says drastically increases damage and guard damage to supervillains. Regardless of max value is, I'm assuming, regardless of his attack percentage or his attack level that he gets off of you. So yeah, increases companion. Yeah. So damage due to supervillain increases his final skill damage 130%, and the first increases companion's final guard damage. So whatever, he does lots of damage to supervillains. So he is my PvE summon. While we're here, let's just go really quickly. Let's look. This is my companion set for one-on-one dimension duels. I did also get the Hulk up to 6-star. As you see, he's up to level 50. I don't know if I had 1 level of Transcendence on Mighty Thor, but she's also close to her 2nd level. Hulk, nowhere close. He's just at 6-star, but I do like him in Dimension Duel as my primary summon. America Chavez is the one I was previously running. Initial testing, I can climb higher with Hulk, because my thought is, if I bring in America Chavez, she's not guaranteed to land the debuff that increases attack by 30% if she attacks the enemy, and if there's a Hulk, they're basically canceling each other out, right? She's coming in, she's going to prioritize summon target, she's going to kill the Hulk and go away. This way, if I have Hulk, if they have America Chavez, they cancel out. If they have a Hulk, then it's a battle of who can manage Hulk better. And if they don't have Hulk, if they run Ultron or anybody else, balls on my court, it favors me, which is why he is my primary summon for PvP 1v1. And then right now, currently for PV or group PvP, I'm running Ultron as my summon companion just because it adds survivability to me. I can get in, pop a bunch of hits off. He keeps my health up. I can get out and I can go back in, stick and move, hit and run. What I want to try is as soon as I get my skills built up on my Hulk and on my Punisher, like the skill level, I am going to start leveling up Jane Foster Thor, because I'm hearing, and multiple content creators have mentioned this, that I'm hearing really good things about her in group PvP. If you didn't know what she does, She unleashes an AoE attack, right? For level 1, 641% damage. And let's see, increases companion skill damage. I'm not sure what that means when transferring companion skills. I don't know what that means. But the damage spreads to nearby enemies, and then the damage is amplified each time it spreads. So that's kind of a pick your moment summon. But in group PvP, Ultron's kind of nice because he's not going to give me his buff until I go into battle. I think maybe Storm's going to be the same, or Mighty Thor might be the same way. Because usually what I like to do is I like to stealth, dash into a group of opponents, trap deluge. At that point, hopefully, Thor comes out and does her stuff and kills whoever my trap deluge did not kill. So I want to build her up as she is last in the list of my summoned companions. I'm currently leveling my America Chavez because she has the next highest attack value versus Moon Knight. So Moon Knight's at level 60. America Chavez is the one that's going to be getting all of my experience tokens first until she's 60, and then we'll move down the list. So there's my companions. That's what I've gotten. The most of my power from this week was getting Punisher and Hulk up to 6-star. So whatever, this is a PvE set. So let's move over really quickly to my PvP set. Actually, you know what? I promised you guys I would show you my stats for PvE, so let's do that right now. We're already 21 minutes in, so I'd like to keep this under 25 minutes. So this is my PvE stats. Keep in mind, I am only 2 million Widow. I'm still a work in progress. So what's noticeable here? This is for PvE. So she is overcapped for crit damage. Crit damage decrease doesn't really matter, but you know, okay, it does. Defense pierce is capped. Cooldown decrease is capped. Total damage could be higher, but the ones and supervillain damage, since she can't get it from her exclusive on cards, is only 41%. But I will try to get a supervillain damage bonus stat in both of my Captain America and my Spider-Man special cards, which is what, 8%, so 60%. So she'll be like 56% supervillain damage, all the while still having cooldown capped, defense pierce capped, and crit damage I will get with my gear as I nano my gear higher. Why? Because if you haven't been here before, this is my head, 4 crit damage, 1 defense pierce, so this one's only going to go up. But my next piece of gear that I am going to nano is this one. Ideally, this would have been 2 accuracy, 2 crit damage, 1 crit rate, but I did get the attack, which is fine. The accuracy is really only needed for going up against the Spider-Man. Everyone else will benefit from this attack percent going up. This is the next piece that I'm going to nano to full. Even at 2 crit damage, it's going to go up. And then my gun, I like my gun. Lots of crit damage decrease and guard damage decrease. Good PvP stats. And then my boots could be better, but I don't mind them. Cooldown decrease, you know, keeps my cooldown near cap. And then I would have preferred 1 stam increase or 2 ultimate gauge recovery, but it seems to work, so I don't mind. I kind of have my gear and my badges set. As you see, all my badges, if I move my head, except for 1 yellow core, I am all Christmas colors, which is what you want to go for, right? The reds and the greens are going to help you cap all of your most necessary stats. Whoop, wrong camera even. Wow, that's my music that's playing in the background, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Sam Kim for putting that little compilation together. Very nice. It's Marvel theme music or Avengers theme music. So that is my PvE set. Let's move really quickly over to my PvP and then wrap this up. So my PvP, if you don't know my cards, if you have never been here before, I love this card set. The only other card that's going to make this set complete is if I get the Scarlet Witch crit damage card, which will replace this Crossbones card. I will make sure the exclusive is defense pierce. I will make sure that well, obviously it's going to be a crit damage card. I will make sure that there is a PvP damage increase, and then that last extra stat is all gravy bonus extra, although I will be losing 1.5% attack from unequipping that card. But otherwise, attack, PvP, dodge, PvP. Same thing here, attack, defense, pierce, Guard damage decrease, PvP decrease. A lot of PV. You're going to see it's mainly PvP and defense pierce, right? And then obviously this one is the Magik card that makes me almost at max with all my PvP stats. Nothing but PvP stats, strictly for PvP. And then my crit damage, defense pierce, crit or PvP increase, and guard damage decrease. This one obviously. I'd like to move it over to my PvE set, but I got to get rid of this bonus stat, which I'd rather not spend a stat change card on a non-special card. So I'm really proud of this card set for PvP. It allows me, being where I am, to almost be capped on most of my important skills, or most of my important stats. Sorry. So this is my stats. The only thing that changes when I go to group PvP versus solo PvP is I'm running Ultron in group, so I'm going to get an extra 8.5% crit damage. So this will be about 340. Black Widow, I do have the specialization where she can go to 350 crit damage. So at 330, I do run an enhancer, which adds 15%. Actually, in group PvP, which puts me over cap, it puts me right at that 350, right? Because my group PvP is 340. Pardon me. Talking really fast. My throat's getting dry. So, PvP stats, ultimate gauge recovery, blah, 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 blah. As I said, accuracy is what it is because I didn't get that second roll. But that's really only applicable against Spider-Man's. Crit rate is only 65. That is okay. I would prefer to get another red core to get it bumped up to 70. I would prefer, actually, would have preferred for that one core. I got one extra green core. I shouldn't say might roll it green, because I'm waiting for Thanos to come around again so that I can level up some other Thanos badges. But crit rate could be a little bit higher, but I'm also going to get crit rate off of my chest piece when I nano it up to full. Crit damage we just discussed. Crit damage decrease 70%. I like that. I think it's caps out at 100. Defense pierce is 73. I am close to getting the extra 1% from my whatever that is, the blueprints, the squad training blueprints. You know, there's a Fury, a Pym, and a Stark. So I'll get 1% on my next level, which is going to put my defense pierce up to 74. And then I'll get the rest of it either when I get a 6-star defense pierce core or when I start to nano my head. So effectively, my defense pierce is capped. Cooldown decrease, not quite capped because I'm not running a cooldown decrease card in my PvE set. Keep in mind as well that I'm also suffering some 8%, negative 8% cooldown decrease from running my Thanos badges. So really, this cooldown decrease is only 40%, so not capped. Total damage, don't have any total damage stuff on here. And then PvP damage, almost capped. PvP damage decrease, which is the more important stat, that's one you want to work on, is just over cap. So her PvP build is pretty much done. Obviously, I can up the levels of my Thanos badges, or all my badges, but then I have to contend with changing core colors. I like this set right here, which is, you can't see it because my head's above it, but it's a crow in the 1 and 6 slot, and then all Thanos badges in the other slots. This one is a little bit bad because it is defense and dodge rate. I do have another one on one of my other characters that has better PvP stats, but obviously this one's got 2 green cores, so I'm running that one. Yeah, so almost pushing 2.1 million power. And then she's got, obviously, I got to nano out some more of this. But as soon as I get my cards done, which I'm relatively close given the journey, then I can start working on my cards on my other companions. And then just continue to work on gear for her. Speaking of my other companions, I want to show you guys how I kind of got my badges split. And then we'll wrap this up. So to do this, let's move my headpiece over there, or my head over there. so that you can actually see the battle badges. And I'll tell you what I meant by I was pulling them all out of storage and then distributing them in and amongst my companions. Oh, and I picked the wrong camera angle. So she has, Magik has my other crow badges. Like, I do have full sets of all of them except Magneto, because Magneto I was like, I could only do like step 3 because that was right when I was starting the game. But she has the other 2 Thanos badges that can be leveled up. Like, on Magik, no problem. I will level those both up to level 5 and then switch the cores, and then those can move over to my Widow, and then she can have the other crow badges, or I'll pick 2 more somewhere else. I'll mix and match until I can get everything up to level 5 on the badge set that I want. The stat, not too bad. Accuracy, attack, crit rate, cooldown. Obviously no crit damage, which I think my crow badge has. Range damage decrease, which is, you can only get it on one of these badges. The stamina recovery is nice. Cooldown decrease. The stats are okay. But getting all of these up to a level 5 drastically increases my attack buff, but it also gives me a cooldown decrease penalty, a bigger decrease penalty. So for right now, she's got the remaining crow badges. Black Widow has the other 2, and she's got the other 2 Thanos badges. So you can kind of see where these sets are going to be broken out. Captain America, even he has a set of special battle badges. If you guys don't know, they add a lot of power to your characters. So I really recommend really pushing hard in every single epic invasion. So that's not it. There we go. As you see, he has my 5 Magneto badges that I had laying around. They're not that great. Actually, they're not that bad. It's like +2, +2, +1, +2, +2. I probably should have, instead of all those +2s, I probably should have went for the 3 badge, but Magneto's probably going to be the one that comes around next. And then this one I had laying around, as you see, it is just not a plus nothing. It is just what it is, but it's got defense on it and 2 red cores with attack instead of crit rate, because I only use him for Alliance War at this point. Obviously, there's his Dark Domain, but he's got the Magneto badges. I didn't even do his frickin' intro, which we'll just do right now. I think it's just him saluting, right? No, it's that one. Okay. Scarlet Witch. Can you guess which set is on my Scarlet Witch? Which battle badge set? Do I have a Scarlet Witch opening? I do, and I didn't use it. Not the best, but it'll do. I really should get something from the new movie, because there's definitely some prettier animations out there. She's got all of the Doctor Strange badges. So when they built Scarlet Witch, she has specializations specifically for max damage rate and supervillain damage. So obviously she's going to get the Doctor Strange, which all relies on increasing max damage rate on a crit hit. All these left side pieces do that. Increase max damage, increase max damage, increase, and that's not max damage, it's max damage rate, which is the rate at which you're going to proc the highest possible damage on each skill. And then on the right side is all what she gets: increased skill damage upon landing a max damage hit, which you're gonna do. I tested this. You're gonna basically going to have the max damage rate max the entire time you're fighting. Decrease remaining cooldown, and decreased stamina consumption by a lot. And of course, these are 21 seconds cooldowns, but so you're going to get it a couple times in a PvP match, but you do get it a lot in a PvE match. And this is mainly a PvE set. Again, my head is in the wrong place. Can I highlight her specializations? I'm not gonna. You guys just gotta trust me. Her specializations, she has some specializations that is specifically tailored to PvE, specifically supervillain damage and some max damage rate that kind of plays off of those Doctor Strange badges. And then, can you guess? There is only one badge set remaining out there that you guys have not seen yet, other than one on Captain America, and Spider-Man has all of the the Crow badges. So the new movie, the Love and Thunder badges. Not Crow, he's Gore. He's got the Gore badge. So some of these are built out more than others. This one's already +3. Stamina recovery, ultimate gauge HP. That's not bad. I'll take that on Spider-Man. He's got a green dodge, or a 6-star core on there, which is nice. This one, stamina recovery, ultimate gauge, HP cooldown. Again, I like both of those. +1. This one is not plus anything yet, but crit damage. There's 2 dodge. I like the 2 dodge. And crit damage decrease. Give me that. This one's got a dodge. Obviously, dodge is important for Spider-Man. And then 2 more crit damage, right? This one's +1. And then these are both just plus nothing. So crit damage, crit rate, attack. And then attack, accuracy, and crit damage. So these badges are going to get leveled up. I'm saving all of my seals, and I will level up as much as we can. Those badges right here, this badge set, we're going to level them up as high as possible, given how much seals I have, and that is going to be Spider-Man's set. I think these ones will work nice for Spider-Man, but like I said, he's the second character I'm going to build. So that pretty much sums it up. I wanted to keep it 25 minutes, and here I went 10 minutes over. I'm 36 minutes in, which is a lot longer than I'd like to go. So, safe word of the day. So, safe word of the day, if you've actually stayed to the end of this video, which is 36, going to be pushing 40 minutes long, the word of the day is Jamaican. If you want to know why, DM me on Discord. My Discord link is in the description. The Discord link for my alliance, the bakery, which is a big alliance on Hydra, is also in the description. Click on that if you're on the Hydra server and you're looking for a guild. But the safe word of the day is Jamaican. If you put that in the comments, I will know you made it to the end. I will very, very much appreciate it, because the algorithm definitely loves view time. And wow, that was a long video. I will catch you in the next one, guys. Cheers. Peace. Bye-bye.